Hello students, welcome to Grade 9 Business and Entrepreneurship Education. Today our lesson will be on Unit 1, that is Business Organizations and Company. Learning Objectives. At the end of this unit, you will need to define a business organization, identify the various types of business organizations, identify the factors differentiating business organizations, define a company, identify the basic questions before setting up a company. Forms of business organizations. What is a business organization? A business organization is an enterprise which provides goods and/or services to consumers, usually with the aim of making profits. There are different forms of business organizations. They are sole trader, partnership, company, cooperative, and franchise. Each type of business organization differs from each other because they have different features in terms of ownership, raising of capital, risk, sharing of profits and losses. Features differentiating business organizations. The first one is ownership. For example, a sole trader is owned by one person, whereas a partnership business is owned by several partners. The second feature differentiating business organizations is raising of capital. For example, a sole trader, the owner himself will invest money in the business, whereas in a partnership, capital will be invested by partners. Another feature differentiating business organizations is risk. For example, a sole trader bears all risk alone, whereas in a partnership, partners share the risk. And finally, the last feature is sharing of profits and losses. For example, a sole trader will get all profits or losses alone, whereas in a partnership, partners will share the profits or losses. Let us look at Grace's business story. Hello, my name is Grace. I have a small enterprise selling mobile phone accessories. Over time, my enterprise has evolved. Let us now take a look. My business was a sole trader. By adding partners, it became a partnership. And later, I converted it to a company. Remember, a sole trader is a one-man business. On the other hand, a partnership is an organization which is owned and controlled by more than one person. Some reflections that you can do, students. You can take some minutes to write down what is a business organization? What are the different forms of business organizations that exist? What are the features differentiating business organizations? Company. What is a company? A company is an incorporated business organization which is owned by its shareholders. It raises capital by selling shares to shareholders. Companies are incorporated, meaning they should be registered with the Registrar of Companies. Companies are easily identified as their names are followed by Company Limited or Co. Limited. Some examples of company names: Coca-Cola Company Limited, Manchester United Company Limited, Mark and Spencer Company Limited. Some reflections. Take some minutes to write down the definition of a company. Also, you can write down some company names. Chris and Shane business story. Hello, my name is Chris and my partner is Shane. We are in a partnership providing sea diving services to local people and tourists in Grobby. As more people are interested in sea diving and more tourists are visiting Mauritius, we decided to expand our business into a company. I'm going to explain to you how to set up a company. Entrepreneurs such as Chris and Shane have to ask some basic questions before setting up a company. They are as follows. The basic questions are: what is the legal procedure in setting up a company? Who would be the owners of a company? Who would control and manage the company? What are the risks involved when setting up a company? How to register a company? And which documents are required to register a company? The first question is: what is the legal procedure in setting up a company? Entrepreneurs will have to know what are the legal procedures that they have to go through when setting up a company. A hint for you. You will learn about the legal procedures further on in this chapter. The second question is: who would be the owners of a company? The owners of a company are the shareholders. Hint: shareholders are the ones who buy shares in a company. The third question is: who would control and manage the company? The owners will have to choose some people who would be responsible to control and manage the company. A hint: not all shareholders can control and manage the company, as there may be conflicts. Another question is: what are the risks involved when setting up a company? The owners will have to be aware of the risk when setting up a company, such as conflicts and losses. Hint: risks are anything that represent a threat to the enterprise. Another question before setting up a company is: how to register a company? The owners will have to be aware of the procedures to register a company. A hint: you will learn about how to register a business further on in this chapter. The last question is: which documents are required to register a company? The owners will have to prepare and submit specific documents when registering a company. A hint, you will learn about the documents needed to register a company further on in this chapter. Now students, take some time and make some reflections. You can write down the basic questions that entrepreneurs should consider before setting up a company. Here are some links that you can use as additional materials. Well, that's all for today. Keep watching for upcoming videos. Until the next, goodbye.